exposing the scam with a job interview that I had with Family First Life's Marissa Mazziotti and Tori DeMarco. Marissa is the lead at FFL Inspire and an Integrity Marketing Group member. My knowledge of Marissa doing scamming goes back to an interview I did last year with a 22-year-old Miami native named Christopher Collin who got scammed on fake leads, and an African immigrant named Sosenga Makika of Dallas, Texas, who had his team of 48 agents stolen from him and transferred to Marissa. Mr. Makika's email to Sean Mikey asks, number one, why my entire team of agents has been placed under Marissa Mazziotti. This tells me that the Family First Life CEO and Marissa are tight. I have known about this Family First Life scammer for a while, so I called Marissa's office, Family First Life Aspire, asking for a job. You will hear the interview with Tori, Marissa's lead recruiter, and a follow-up phone call with Marissa Mazziotti herself. Amazingly, Tori tells me with a straight face that the average Family First Life agent earns $20,000 a month, while encouraging me to purchase $1,000 per week in their fake leads from Integrity Lead Center. These words are hugely illegal and subject Marissa and Family First Life to criminal and civil penalties. Violating the business opportunity sales law is 10 years in jail criminally and civil penalties. Roll the tape. The first interview is me recording my initial thoughts after speaking with the FFL recruiter / scammer. Then you will hear Tori and then Marissa. Enjoy the evidence that should put these fraudsters behind bars. Another fraudster from Family First Life telling with a straight face, hey, I don't want to break the law, but I can't really tell you the incomes, but the average person in our huge company that fills out football stadiums makes $20,000 a month. Complete bogus, completely illegal, completely contrary to business opportunity laws in Florida, Texas, California. Most of the country has the identical law where if you promise people income based on some sort of investment that falls under business opportunity laws, one must, according to the law, register and one must show true income disclosure statements. If I was to guesstimate based on a sister company of Family First Life called PHP Agency that actually disclosed 77%, close to say 78% actually lose money. Family First Life is lying about their income, completely lying. Her statement of $20,000 average income, completely illegal, 10 years in jail. That's what these people should be getting. Marissa is one of the top right-hand people of the CEO of the company. His name is Sean Mikey. This woman, Tori, they're all doing the same thing. They're all making up stuff. There has to be income disclosure. They have to do factual stuff. Their sales pitch is so darn convincing, and they want someone like myself to invest $1,000 a week in their garbage, fake, instant internet leads. They would put me in the hole if I was to believe their story. In her story about filling up football stadiums and baseball stadiums is completely bogus. This is probably the fastest declining company in America. They're not advertising on ZipRecruiter because they know they're being investigated criminally by multiple jurisdictions, as well as they're going through multiple civil lawsuits. The end result will probably be people going to jail. They are not stopping their fraudulent recruiting tactics at all. Right now it's September 2023. They're still lying to people, and these people deserve to be in jail. Just gonna tell you off the cuff. The gentleman's name is Christopher Coyle. He's suing under the business opportunity laws of Oklahoma. His filings are public. You could see his claims. They just make up numbers. That's all it is. But just the fact that they're not publishing true and correct income disclosures is illegal. The fact is they're not registering as a business opportunity is illegal. These are people that are breaking the law. And hopefully this video will cause there to be less victims.
My name is Tori. I work really close with Marissa. I've been doing this for about 3 years. And when I tell you that once I got started in this industry, it really changed my life so many different ways. It truly has. Once I get started talking about it, David, I could literally talk about it for 3 days straight, 4 straight years to bleed. Were you looking to potentially do like telesales?
Face-to-face, telesales, whatever it really takes, because I know there's so much money that people in your company make. Whatever you feel is working, that's what I do.
Telesales is definitely something new and up and coming for Family First Life. And there are groups of people who are super successful in it, but I'm a firm believer, David, that the only way to be really successful at telesales is if you've already been really successful at in-home. So I recommend that everyone start off doing face-to-face sales. I'd love to hear that you're willing to do.
Is Marissa coming on, or this is going to be with you?
This is just me.
And what's your name again?
Tori.
Hey, Tori. What's her name? Mazziotti. Told me the gentleman.
Marissa Mazziotti.
Marissa Mazziotti. Does it matter that I'm not close by to you?
No, not at all. We have agents that we work with across the entire United States. Both her and I are based out of Arizona, and we work with people in New Jersey. We work with people across the entire country. So that's not a big deal at all. We actually have a lot of different resources that we we utilize so that we can help people across the country. So we do have a lot of different tools. We do weekly training. Marissa hosts a meeting every Monday that we have everybody get on. It's like a webinar.
I actually was on one of these webinars. I do recall Marissa. She was talking about people are making some major money. I've been calling up the various companies on the life insurance. They give you these numbers which are not impressive about what people are making. I do recall when I was at that meeting probably close to 3 years ago, they brought on people that were really just starting and making really good money. What do people make there if I was to start?
I mean, I think that depends on you and how hard you're willing to work. I really can't tell you a guaranteed number because you're a 1099. We actually got in trouble with that for that. I'm not able to disclose. Like, I can just tell you that we do have agents that do $40,000 every single month. We do have an agent that did $100,000 in 1 month. My biggest month was $42,000. Marissa's biggest month was $30,000. That's like paid in our bank account. Legally, I'm not allowed to tell you what you will or will not make because it depends on you solely. And I can't make empty promises to you. It opens me up for a lawsuit and misrepresentation.
Do I have to invest any sort of money in this business?
Yeah, absolutely. You're a 1099, so you're responsible for all of your lead costs. You're responsible for your licensing costs, everything. We'll help you get licensed, but everything else is solely dependent on you as a 1099 employee.
Am I supposed to buy leads?
Yes, this is a lead-based business. If you have a massive warm market, that's one thing, but I personally, David, I was somebody that didn't have a really big warm market when I got started in this industry, so leads were something I needed, even to the day. I have a lot of friends and family, but none of them that would buy life insurance from me, so I've always run my business based solely on leads.
Do you people at Family First Life sell leads?
Yeah, we do have, we have something called the Integrity Lead Center, which you would have access to through your CRM if you started with us. The most popular are $3 and $4 each, and then we also have our most expensive one is $26 per lead.
I'm just harking back. Instant internet lead for $11.
Yeah, we still have those, so they're still $11.
I guess if someone fills something out on the internet, I get it instantly. That's pretty self-explanatory, $11. I don't think anyone in the market has that.
No one really does. A lot of people do mailers, which are like postcards that the client hand fill out and then mail back in, and those are really pricey. Those are anywhere from like $50 to $80 per lead. There's one thing that I do know, David, working a lead-based business for so long, it's that a lead is a lead. It doesn't matter if you pay $100 a lead or $5 a lead, you're still going to get told to kick rocks and you're still going to get sales. So it's really just a matter of how hard you work. But yeah, it's very hard to find affordable leads, and Family First Life has created them. So it's incredible.
Instant internet lead, someone fills something out, I pay $11, and there's a lot of sales in that, I would imagine.
It's not necessarily that they instantly just filled it out. It's more just about the fact that they filled it out within the last 24 hours.
And it's going to me and only, or me and 20 other people?
It would be to you only. Now, the thing that you have to keep in mind, though, is that people who tend to fill things out online do tend to fill out multiple things online. So if they filled out multiple requests, each of those requests has their own lead ID. So there would be a chance that there would be duplicates.
Is there a thing that there's less people filling stuff out online because of these telemarketers that harass people?
No.
So there's no telemarketing laws?
I mean, yes, there's telemarketing laws, but we're not telemarketers, so the laws don't apply to us.
Instant internet leads for $11. It's like, where do I sign? It's like, that's not a hard decision.
It's definitely incredible, and it's definitely super beneficial and very affordable. And honestly, those leads were brand new 3 years ago, so that's probably why you heard us really talk about them and hammer them a lot. But with that being said, our most popular leads are now like $3 and $4 each.
Did you raise the price of the instant internet leads? Are they still $11?
Yeah, they're still $11.
If I was to invest, I guess invest in your business is a very popular term. If I was to invest $500 just to get started, $500 a week, I'm probably better than most people because I've been doing this so long, but let's just say average. What have you seen?
To be honest, if you only did the $11 leads, I don't think $100 would be enough. I would say that you need to do a minimum of $1,000.
$1,000 a week?
Goal would be to get
$1,000 a week?
Yeah, correct.
Generally, what people do when they buy $1,000 of leads, like what do they generally do in sales?
Out of $1,000 invested, you should be able to profit $5,000.
So it's usually a factor of 5? So it's a factor of 5 is normal. You can't guarantee it, but
it's general. Now, yeah, and keep in mind too, like there's some people that totally can turn that into $10,000, depending on how hard you're able to work on. Does that make sense? I don't want to say anything, and not that I think you would, David, but we're trying to get away from this because too many people are holding us to exactly what we say, and then if that's not how it works for them, even if it's just because it didn't work like that for them because they didn't go to work, they're blaming and bashing us online. We're just not doing any of that.
But you see the numbers in general. It's not a big deal.
Well, absolutely. I mean, in general, I mean, people average probably $20,000 a month, and that's probably the average for the whole company. So you have to think there's people that barely go to work ever, and then there's people that grind it out and are working like 24/7 all the time, making $80,000 to $100,000 a month.
If you've got those leads It's not impossible. Let's put it that way. If you've got the leads and the CRM set up and you've got the good companies, I remember it. You've got all the companies. There's a company that you have called Americo.
Americo is definitely our number one carrier that we tend to write.
I remember they talking about they weren't $1 billion company, but they're on the way to be they were in a baseball stadium in not too far from me. My friend actually wanted me to go with them. A convention.
Our annual convention.
It was in a baseball stadium in Miami. So
yeah, we didn't do it in a baseball stadium this year. This year we needed to do it in a football stadium because we are such a large company. We did it at a football stadium this year.
What football stadium?
So I don't know. I have
You're
no
not a
idea
football
what sports, but the one in Miami.
Oh, so you had
Miami Dolphins.
Next year you're gonna have it in a football stadium as well.
Sean wants to do it in Houston or Austin.
Austin doesn't have maybe they have a college team.
Those details won't come out until at the end of this year.
Is there an issue where there's so many people making such good money, it's just getting overwhelmed of so many people becoming insurance agents?
You have to think about how many people are in the United States. There's no such thing as it being like an oversaturated industry.
What's the name of your team called?
Inspire Insurance Group. Our numbers are going up every single month. And the more agents we have, the more the numbers go up.
My job does not pay $20,000 a month. I'll be honest. I know it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's true. I work for T-Mobile. They don't pay me $20,000 a month. I could use the money.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, but, I think what's really important is that to make $20,000 a month, David, you will work harder than you've ever worked. It takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication.
I do recall looking at your commission schedule. I guess it was called commission grid. To get to certain levels, you would have to have a team. Is that still the way it works, where people recruit and they build a team?
That's correct.
So that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. You can create a lot of passive income by doing this.
Would you train the team?
We would help you train them in the beginning, but then it would become solely your responsibility. Our goal would be to train our direct team. If you build your own team, you would have the goal of building your own direct team.
There's only positive when you build a team. There's only good things can happen.
Yes, negative things can happen though as well. There is something called roll-up debt. So if you hire an agent and an agent writes a lot of bad business with insurance carriers, they get charged back and they don't pay them, you then become financially responsible for that.
You have a contract, right? Is there a contract that says the person has to pay it back?
Yeah, there's a contract that say they have to pay it back, but there's also a contract pay it back, you have to pay it back.
It's definitely favorable to recruit people on the whole?
Oh, absolutely. You can create a lot of passive income.
And then you move up the commission level?
Yeah, you're able to move up commission levels based on your personal production, and then once you get to 130%, you have to move up based on your team volume.
You can only go up so high if you don't have a team.
Correct.
Yeah, but you really don't have a choice if you want to get higher commission levels.
Yeah, and there's certain exceptions. Because this is all 1099, not everything is so set. Does that make sense?
It's a commission business.
It would be at Marissa's discretion. Like if you were just writing $50,000-$75,000 every single month and you were like, I really, really want a higher comp, Marissa would probably give it to you. It is based on work. It's not something that we just give away for free.
When people are making this type of money, they never leave. I did notice that you're not really advertising much for new agents like you used to. Is that because you have too many people in your system?
No, not at all. I think it's just we don't need to recruit as much as we used to.
Because
honestly, people come to us now.
I went on ZipRecruiter. I didn't see your name at all. Didn't see the word Family First Life at all. I remember when I was looking this a couple of years ago, all over the place on ZipRecruiter, I was seeing you all the time.
That's because everyone now is recruiting under their own agency name. You would find Inspire Insurance Group.
So you're not publicizing the word family?
You would find Redemption Insurance Group.
Oh, so they don't say the word Family First Life on the advertising?
Correct. That's not necessarily for any particular reason. It's just something that over the last couple of years we've just kind of gotten away from.
So you're not really publicizing the word Family First Life like you used to?
Correct.
I don't want to be too brash, but I need the money.
Yeah.
How do I get started?
I'm assuming you don't have a license.
I don't have a license.
So our goal would be for you to get your license within a 2-week period. You're going to receive a text message from me. I should be at my house in 5 minutes. You'll receive a text message from me asking for a valid government-issued ID. Just send me a picture of that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll email you over the next step immediately, and we can go ahead and get you plugged into our system ASAP.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Your first name is, I'm bad with names.
Tori.
Hey, Tori. So you've been working with Marissa for a long time?
Yeah, I got started, as an agent 3 years ago.
And you're her right hand or left hand?
I believe I'm her right hand. I guess it depends on the day, though.
I'll see the email. What's your last name?
DeMarco.
Hey, Tori. I'll see that, and we'll get started ASAP.
Okay, awesome. I'll reach out to you very shortly.
I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is this Marissa?
Yeah, who's it?
My name's David. I applied for a job for you about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I was just wondering, I'm looking for an income disclosure statement according to the business opportunity law for Family First Life, and I just don't see it.
A what statement?
It's called income disclosure statement, which according to the law, one has to provide based on you telling people that if you invest $1,000 a lead, you'll make 10 times the money.
Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. Actually, nowhere on any of my marketing or any of my interviews or anywhere on any of my agency's website does it say you will make any money if you invest in leads. That's actually not anywhere on any of my marketing. So if you looked at somebody else's marketing that is not affiliated with myself and my LLC, that my attorneys have actually all gone over and been approved everything we do from my attorney at law, then you're mistaken and you must have looked at somebody else's stuff.
The fact is, when people call to interview with your company, they are told to invest $1,000 a week in leads.
Okay.
And they'll tend.
My agency is my agency registered under my own entity, and my independent, which my attorneys look over everything. I only have 2 people in my office that would possibly interview from my agency or have anything to do with my agency. So I'm going to look back in our system to find the date of your interview, and if you find the person and can name the person in my office that told you that statement unequivocally.
You specifically do not tell people if they should be investing $1,000 of leads a week and they'll 10 times the money.
If you can provide anything on my specific marketing that is linked to my office, my LLC, the stuff my specific attorneys have gone over that is linked to my specific agency and my name that says that you have to buy leads or that unequivocally says you will or will not make money, that is affiliated with myself, my staff, my office, then I'd be happy to address that. But I can tell you right now that there's not. So if you're referring to any other office, any other entity, any other agency that is not Marissa Mazziotti, my registered business, and anything that is put out on my particular stuff, then that would not be true. My guess would be you didn't interview with somebody in my office because my girls are very well trained. There's only 2 of them, they would never say that on an interview.
Let me listen to the interview right now. It's not like you really care because your company has recruited tens of thousands of people who've lost money, and you're not providing an income disclosure statement, which you must do according to the law.
So are you talking about Inspire Life Group? That is my business, because we haven't recruited tens of thousands of people.
Family First Life Integrity Marketing has recruited tens of thousands.
But I'm not Family First Life Integrity.
You no longer work with Integrity?
So my agency is my own agency. So if you have something to take up with Family First Life Corporate Office or Integrity Marketing Group, you're welcome to do that. But that is not Marissa Mazziotti and my agency. Is that clear?
Your contracts are no longer through Integrity and your lead systems? Hi, is this Tori?
Yeah, this is Tori.
Tori, we actually spoke, my name's David, we spoke about 3-4 weeks ago when you were in the car regarding the Family for FFL Inspire with Marissa Mazziotti.
Mazziotti.
And I just want to let you know, I've done some research. I'm looking for something called a income disclosure statement for Family First Life or your agency. I just can't find it. Could you help me where I could find that online?
No, I'm sorry, and I believe you already spoke to Marissa about this earlier.
Right, you understand that the legalities of not complying with the law is 10 years in jail? You think it's a joke telling someone the average income is actually $20,000 a month, and you know that far from reality. The average person who goes into your system loses money, and there is a law, and you will end up going to